Welcome back to our verse by verse study on the book of 1 John. This is a great study. We are in chapter 5, the last chapter, wrapping up the book. And we're in an important section in verses 6 to 8, talking about the testimony of the Spirit and Christ and the baptism to the person and work of Jesus Christ. As we said last time in verses 6 and 7, that this adds to chapter 1, which talked about the testimony of God to Christ, of the message of salvation, to the apostles given to the recipients of this letter. So it adds extra information on the testimony that came from the Spirit, that came from the baptism, and trying to provide a further strength to the believer's confidence in the message and the hope of salvation that they've received. The baptism, of course, was important because this is where Christ was anointed to his mission of salvation. The Spirit came down from heaven and landed on him, testifying to that work, and that God spoke also from heaven. Of course, the blood of Christ was a testimony to his work and his sacrifice for us, as was the Spirit at the baptism and working through Christ throughout his ministry on earth. So we talked last time on verse 7, there was some controversy in the verse, for there are three that bear record in heaven, the Father, the Word, and the Holy Ghost, and these three are one. Some manuscripts have less. They don't include it's a controversial verse, as verse 8. Some manuscripts in Greek, the original language of the New Testament, only say the three are the ones testifying. And then in verse 8, the Spirit and the water and the blood, and those three are in one, and which is 8's the verse today. But in 8, some manuscripts say, and there are three that bear record on the earth, the Spirit, the water, the blood, and these three are one. So in 7 and 8, some manuscripts basically say that there's testimony in heaven, Father, the Word, which is Jesus Christ, from Gospel of John 1:1, and the Holy Ghost, and then the record on earth, whereas which is the Spirit, the water, and the blood in verse 8. But the lesser manuscripts that have less only talk about the testimony on earth. Otherwise, the water, the baptism, Christ's death, the blood, and then the Spirit providing testimony as well. Either way, the verses accomplish their purpose in providing the strength of the testimony to the recipient, combined with chapter 1, that they really are living in the truth, and their hope is in the truth, just like we live in that truth as well. All right, thanks for joining me today. We'll continue on the verse 9 next time, which continues to talk about that strength of testimony. And we'll get into some really important verses on our salvation, the purpose of the book of 1 John, and prayer, among some other interesting passages. I hope you join me then. I hope this Bible study is a benefit to you. It's my pleasure to bring it to you. Goodbye for now.